Hello everybody, here is Lucas once again. Today's video is just so crucial for all of the men that are struggling with energy, with libido, with the desire of challenges, the urge of having more on daily basis, because the truth is that most of us, unfortunately, just get used to the life that we are having, and that is so bad. Just because the fact that we can even adapt to the worst. So if you're leading a life which is maybe not very attractive, even for yourself as a man, but you're living the life for 2 years, 3 years, or even more, your body is just being adapted, is being used to that life. So the bad thing about adaptation is that our body can really, in our organism, our brain, our minds, everything, just our organism, we as a human being, we can adapt to any kind of condition. And that is very dangerous. But on the other hand, we can also take advantage of the fact. We can actually take advantage of that thing, of that mechanism. Because if we can get used to the bad things, to a bad lifestyle, an unhealthy one, harmful one, so there is also a possibility of getting used to the opposites, the totally opposite of that. So we can get used to a healthy life, to eating a healthy food, to leading a good, attractive life, to having high standards when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the quality of meetings, when it comes to the quality of our friends, of the trainings we do, of what energy do we have on a daily basis, of literally everything, guys. The key in adaptation is just time, and really it is possible to change your bad habits, for example, and it's really possible to change your mindset. It is really possible to change your daily basis. You can really, trust me, just start living differently, as I did, because I also struggled with my energy levels on a daily basis. I was actually waking up in the morning and I was feeling like a shit. And I was thinking that all this healthy lifestyle, these good eating habits, eating real food, leading a healthy life in the general definition of that word, was a bullshit. I was thinking like that, but it turned out that I was never in such a misconception. I was wrong. I was totally wrong, and I'm totally happy that right now I can say that I am a witness, and I have witnessed on myself. I have experienced that, and also my students also do that, right? But this video is not about my students, but I also experienced that they are saying to me, Lucas, you have changed my life. You have changed my life. I had to sacrifice a bit in the beginning. It was hard. It wasn't easy. It was difficult. But you have saved me. When it comes to testosterone, so the hormone which is necessary to feel masculine. When it comes to the whole thing, what life is, the decisions which are being made quicker, easier, faster, more efficiently, just made. The truth about decisions, in my opinion, is that any decision is better than indecision, and that's something that also helps men. When they have a high testosterone levels, it's easier to make decisions. So independently on which stage of life are you right now, independently if you are 18 years old, 22 years old, 27 years old, 35 years old, 50 years old, you need to have a high testosterone to look masculine, yeah, to feel masculine, and to live and lead a good life, to be a good father, to be efficient at your work, to make good decisions, to have high level of resistance on stress, for example, because each of us, that is the truth, we have some kind of pressure in our life, and we gotta cope with that pressure. We got to cope with that stress on daily basis. And the truth is that it's not like when you have a lot of stress, you have low testosterone. It's when you have high testosterone, you can better deal with stress. So you'd better focus on increasing your testosterone rather than on lowering your stress levels. Of course, when it comes to stress, we can beat it by having more antioxidants in our diet, more magnesium in our diet, some kinds of things like the B things like ashwagandha, right? Some glycine, like the B tier things. But the thing is that we gotta focus on the main things, which is sleep and diet. And today, guys, I want to tell you that the change is beyond a doubt. Undoubtedly, you will be changed after leading a good life. I promise you that even if right now it's going to be hard, you will have to sacrifice. You will have to wake up and say that, I feel like shit. This is not my lifestyle. But it can't be your lifestyle if you have led the lifestyle that is totally unhealthy and harmful for your body, for yourself, for your mind, for your reasoning. It can be your lifestyle. Of course, it's not your lifestyle, but you have to acquire that one. You have to be mature finally to look like a man, you have to eat like a man, you have to behave like a man, and you have to finally feel like a man. Because if you don't feel like a man, even if you look like a man, you will not be more efficient in work, you will not be more efficient in some decisions, you will not build a good business, you will not be a good father, you will not be stress resistant. And for example, because life in a family is super, super difficult. And sometimes wives, girlfriends are super difficult for men. I'm not saying that the opposite is not true. The opposite is also hard, right? We are hard for you guys. We are hard for you women, our wives. But I'm saying about the men, right? Our perspective. So you have your own emotions. You have estrogen. You have low resistance on stress, on pressure, and you're very emotional. You have like the swing of your vibes. Like once you're happy, once you're not happy, once you're sad, once you're depressed, once you want to cry, once you want to dance. So it's very hard to cope with that. But it's so easier to cope with that when your testosterone is high, when you are a man, and we can actually figure out how to deal with that. How to approach women from this point so as you can actually not have so many problems with her on daily basis. The same thing is about the young guys, the young boys. You can also approach girls in the way that you are going to be the opposites of inferior, right? You gotta be superior in a relationship. And even if that you don't want to say that you're superior in a relationship, that's what is the origin of the relationship. That's what the God wanted us to be as a human beings in a relationship. The man has to be superior because we are made to be superior. We have stronger genes, stronger DNA, we have stronger body, we have testosterone. That is a magic potion for your life. So take care of your magic potion. Take care of testosterone. Testosterone will change your life. Have a nice day. Guys, remember that we weren't created by God to be unhappy. So yeah, take care.